Okay, so everything is about compliance. Everything is about going with the flow within the community with your ability to produce and contribute to the overall good of your community. And so those that are Jilly Juicers will be able to take on any type of mandate or legislation that those that are the architects will roll out. And so that's why I say that if you aren't compliant, that will give them a justification to take you against your will under the guise of a public health nuisance or anything else, an extremist, whatever. And so those who are on the Jilly Juice will be able to handle the vaccine rollout. Okay. You will be able to handle the vaccine rollout because those antibodies that are in the vaccines will be released through the waterfalls. And then your body will be able to regenerate those damaged tissues with the Jilly Juice because of the nutrition in the Jilly Juice. And then the salt is activating your immune system to be able to put together what was taken apart from your exposure to new antibodies. Okay, I've felt the new upgrade to my environment. I felt it on the left side of my head, and that is the analytical side, the reasoning, the communication, the strategy side. Okay, and so the last time I was upgrading to the environment as far as the COVID was on the right side, and that is the more of the creative side, the bigger picture side. Okay. And so at some point on the Jilly Juice, you will be able to simultaneously have a strength on both the left side and the right side of your brain. Those that have issues with their immune system, issues with their digestive system, will have more of a dominance on the left or right side. And that's why you're seeing the schools do all these different testing to figure out what job would be appropriate for you based upon your dominance, your strength, the left side, the right side. Some of you may be ambidextrous on some level, but have issues. Okay. And so this is when it's going to be kind of shitty, but those that are doing the Jilly Juice and doing the vaccines are going to be an example that you can survive the vaccines. But if you're not doing Jilly Juice, you're going to be rolling the dice no matter what. If you're not doing J Juice, you're rolling the dice every single time you're compliant to the draconian measures of the New World Order. But it's not altogether impossible to survive this purge. And that's what you're seeing is a major, major purge. Okay. And that's why I've been showing you guys all the indicators of what is being rolled out, all of the different strategies of pitting one group against the other. And no matter which side you take, you're still supporting both because both sides are still supporting the overall agenda, which is if you don't comply to the left or the right relative to the politics of the day, it will justify somebody taking you away on some level and re-educating you on some level, whether it's biochemically or physically. Okay, so if you are compliant and you don't resist what's going on, you do what you got to do, but you're strong at the biochemical level, you'll survive the vaccines. You'll survive the shedding of the vaccines. You'll survive quarantine if it ever comes to that. Okay. Luckily, I have like 4 different floors in my house. I have 2 bathrooms. It's only my husband and I and my dog. And so if I'm ever, in a position where a contact tracer comes to me and I happen to acknowledge, I'm going to obviously ask that I have an ankle bracelet if it ever came to that. So that way they can, I'd say I'll voluntarily quarantine myself for 14 days if somebody says that they were exposed to somebody positive in their world, and then I happen to be affiliated with them in some way, or in their world, they can justify or substantiate through their different measures in contact tracing. And so always negotiate if you have the means to be home and on an ankle bracelet if you have to, if they don't trust that you'll stay home. But if you have children, then that's where your control over how your quarantine is going to be in question. And that's why they're targeting the kids, because the kids are the anchors to their specific agenda, which is overall control of your body, mind, and spirit, your family, how you raise your family, and what you do. And that's exactly what's going on. It's never been about the virus. It's been about the control and justifications for it. And that's why then you're seeing the elite pedophile rings coming to surface. Because, yeah, when you see pedophilia is so prevalent, then it's all in the name of protecting the kids. Even when the kids don't need protection from their own parents regarding COVID, it's still around the protection for the children. Okay? And so all your reactions around the pedophilia and all that stuff is then giving them more license, more justification to then find ways to protect the children from the COVID-19 as well as pedophiles. Okay? So all I'm saying, though, for you Jilly Juicers, you're going to have to deal with the storm. You're going to be the example that you can withstand the vaccine. You can withstand all of the different draconian measures. You're not going to resist, because if you resist, that will give them a justification to take you somewhere where you don't have access to J juice or anything. Okay. And when you have kids, you're even far less in control. So it's almost like you almost have to comply. And yeah, if your kids are being sacrificed in some way where they're taken away for 14 days, that's the chance you have to take with all of this that's going on. And when you get your kids back, you really get them to regenerate at the micro level. And if you have your kids in public school, that will then give more license for the state to be more in your business. Okay, so I'm just giving you all the strategies and all the different scenarios what you're going to be facing as far as Jilly Juicers with children, Jilly Juicers that have their kids in public school, Jilly Juicers that test positive for the COVID, because yeah, you're going to be expelling antibodies. You're going to possibly be testing positive for the COVID because you'll be exposed to it. You're probably getting the vaccine. So just know what it is that you may be in for and plan accordingly. Okay? And don't resist, because your reactions are going to give them license to do whatever they want, because we've given them that allowance for many years. Understand what you're up against. This shit's no joke. I know what I'm up against. You must know what you're up against too. And Jilly Juicers will be the ones to survive it and be the example that you can survive it. And so when the elite see that we're taking the vaccines, but they know others are not doing Jilly Juice, so they take the vaccines and are compliant, they're going to be destroyed and we're still going to survive it. So that's kind of how you have to take being a Jilly Juicer. And you can't save anybody else, you guys. You have to know this. You cannot save your friends and family who don't understand the J juice. You can't. So you have to save yourself. Don't put your energy in warning everybody about things that you know you don't have control over as far as their belief system. Just keep doing the J juice and know what's coming down the pipeline. Okay? You cannot save your friends and family. You cannot save people you don't even know. You can't save them. Save yourself. Good luck. Bye.